Hey guys, I'm Tim from Game Twaddle.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Caleb.
Today we're here to talk to you about Villainous. So Villainous is a Disney, you're playing the bad guys. Well, I don't even know how you describe exactly what you're doing. You're bopping up and down your board.
Yeah, you're literally playing through your individual movie.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I guess that's a good way to put it. So anyways, we're going to talk about Villainous. We're going to explain it to Caleb, because he has never played. We're going to see if Caleb either will want to play this game or not by the end.
I mean, spoilers is I kind of already want to play it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So we just have to not mess up.
Right.
I guess it would make sense if I fix this.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So anyways, we're going to talk about this game a little bit, give it our thoughts, kind of break them down 1 to 5 on a bunch of different categories, and just to see what you guys, or help you guys get your own opinion, see if this is something that you would like to get. So the first category that I like to start with is accessibility. So how hard is this game to teach? How hard is this game to find? I mean, this I've got a couple different thoughts on, so I'll let you go first if you'd like to.
Okay, well, how easy it is to find? I'll go first because that's easier to talk about, right?
It's so easy, right?
This is Disney.
It's
everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Go to Walmart. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that.
You shouldn't say that.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
This is everywhere. You go to a game store, a big box store, this is everywhere. This is all over the place.
Literally everywhere.
Yeah, easy to find. How hard is it to teach?
Take it, Tim.
I don't really love teaching it because each character plays differently, and you're all essentially trying to do sort of the same things, but because of the dynamic in each deck for each individual player, you have different ways that you accomplish those things. So for me, like the first time we were learning it, I'm like, oh no, you do this, you do this, you do this. Well, that didn't work for the next person over. Not to say that the rule book's fine.
Yeah.
The cards do make sense. You read your cards, they tell you what to do. It's not that difficult, but man, I was kind of blindsided by that and don't really love teaching it.
Yeah, this is one of the most asymmetric games I've ever played, just with how it plays and how it feels when you're playing it. Like, there are a lot of asymmetric games that, when you really look at it, right, so like a good comparison for popular asymmetric games right now is like Root, right? Root is very popular, and everyone's doing completely different things, but they all have the same end goal. And you're all getting the victory points,
right?
And you're just trying to get to the end of that track, and you do that in different ways. But in this game, there's almost nothing you do that someone else is doing.
Yes.
Like, you all have the same actions, but they all do different things for you.
Yes, and that is awesome, and it stinks sometimes. So for me, accessibility, I mean, it would be a 5, because you could throw a rock and hit anything Disney, right?
Sure.
And this game is not hard to find, and this game is very well priced for the quality of everything, and we'll get into that. But it's a 4 because I hate teaching it. Yeah. And I would almost give it a 3, except that it is so easy to find that buoys that number up to a 4 for me. And I know that's harsh criticism maybe, but that's where I come down with accessibility at the end of the day.
I'm not going to let the bungee cord be as strong as you, and I'm actually going to drop it to a 3.
Nice!
Yeah, it is super easy to find, and it is fun. And when people get their characters, everyone has a good time, from my experience. But it is one of the hardest games I've ever had to teach. Every person has their own separate questions, and then I have to know how to play each deck, kind of. Like, one of the first times I played it was with my family and my mom was Ursula, and I had to, every turn, I was answering questions about how Ursula's deck worked, and I had never played Ursula. So
right.
Yeah, it's
brutal, right?
It's so hard.
Okay, because we both have feelings about this game, so I was really looking forward to having our own Festivus and our own airing of grievances out here.
Sure. You just want someone to be villainous so you don't have to.
Oh, look at this! We're going to just put up a little counter for every time somebody says villainous.
Yeah.
Ding. So moving on, this is going to be an easy one to gauge it on, is components. I only have one knock on components because
I'm trying to think of what it is.
The artwork is beautiful on the boards, right?
I know
the cardstock, these are okay, right? These are little explanations, right? But the cards are really nice. These guys are awesome.
Yeah, my favorite part are how these are kind of abstract, like, they're stylized, but you still know exactly who everyone is.
Yeah, they're so cool.
And with the expansions too, you have 6 additional people on top of these 6 people, and you can still be like, that one's mine. And it's really good.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm looking over this game and I'm like, oh, all these components are so nice, and then I get to these.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't like them.
It's not even what they're made out of. They just look so boring.
They just look bad.
Yeah, they
just look
boring.
bad.
And what is this image even supposed to be?
I don't know.
I
don't know. I don't like it. I hate it.
It's like a black ruby.
I absolutely hate it. I don't know why. This components should be what you would rate an A+, 7 out of 4, because that rating makes no sense.
What do you? He hasn't played. What do you think these things are called in game? Quartz, yeah. Power. They're called power. Oh, it's a 2D black jewel. Why is that called power?
I don't know. It's terrible. I hate it. I hate it so much.
Yeah.
So much that I want to give it a 3, but I'm not, because I realize that this should not ruin all the awesomeness that is everything else, right? Because the art is absolutely fantastic. These boards are really nice, and they do help with, I mean, they're critical to gameplay, but they make sense when you're playing and you know how to play. So for me, it is a 4, again, but I hate these things so much. Like, I will throw these away and I will buy some fun little plastic crystals or something to put in there, you know what I mean? Or some cubes, anything other than that. I hate it. Hate it. How do you feel?
I'm gonna be honest, I'm actually gonna give it a 5. And I don't like these at all, but it's not even because of it's just the theme. Like, they're not bad. When people are using them on the table, they're fine. They do their job, they sit down, people are handing them around easily. You can always see them, like, even though, I mean, I guess if you're playing on a black thing, but you can always see where they are and what you're doing with them. These are amazing. Almost everything out here is like top notch. I guess this is another one of these,
Yeah, that's.
But here's the thing though that elevates the 4 to the 5, because it's not just this stuff that's amazing. I want to mention something that I haven't mentioned yet, and it's that the insert for this box is awesome.
Okay.
It holds everything. Like, it has specialty slots that are shaped for these guys to like all stand in and stuff, and each deck has, like, I mean, you put 2 decks in one slot on top of each other, but that's easy. You just know where they split.
That's a very good point.
But the insert with all this stuff easily eliminates the stuff that I just don't like.
And again, the artwork on the cards is really nice.
It's so good.
It's all top notch.
They're like screenshots from the movies, but redrawn.
Yeah, but better, right?
Yeah.
But better. Especially for the older movies, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, yes, components are so amazing, and they just, I don't know, did they like go to sleep this day? Like, they run out of time?
Yeah.
Is what I don't get, right? It's like, yes, guys, we've got all of this. And it's like, okay, well, we need it tomorrow. We're like, well, I guess we're using the prototype bits.
Yeah.
Well, you always have to make some kind of concession if you want, if you want a good price point.
I was gonna say,
I think that might be one of them.
They're probably it's once again Disney, right? They're probably purposely shooting for this special spot. And
I mean, look at these.
They're amazing. It's beautiful. I love it. You're playing characters. You would be like, I don't want to be Maleficent, but then you're like, ooh, I want to be Maleficent. I'm like, this is awesome.
And there's a very subtle dragon head on the front of that.
No lie, man. These are amazing. These are so amazing. I love all of the, I love it so much. And this is so, when everything else is so colorful and so just bombastic, right? And like unique, and then you've got junk.
Yeah.
I mean, really. And you're right. The insert is also great. And I love good inserts, right? Because how many times do we open up a box and you can't put everything back in or get the box level? And you're like, how did this even fit to start? But yeah, so I'm sorry. I get it, but I don't get it.
I guess, well, really quick, I want to show, because we mentioned it, but also that each person has this little thing here, and this tells you exactly what that person needs to do. And while you might not understand what that means,
right,
you get the basics. Like, it says, if you're Maleficent, get curses on the locations. What does that mean? You're not really sure, but as you're getting the cards in your hand and stuff, you'll start figuring out, oh, just put the curses on the locations. Okay, oh, I won because I did what the thing said. I wasn't even trying that hard, because I know what I'm doing.
So that feeds into gameplay.
Yeah, exactly.
So where do you come down on gameplay? So yeah, each player's got their own board they're trying to execute. They're trying to get to their end goal first. There is a little bit of... So everybody's trying to get to their end goal first. And the problem I have with gameplay and what absolutely sinks this game for me is that the first half of the game, everybody's kind of doing their own thing and getting built up. Then people start getting really close to winning. And then all you're doing is take thatting other people to stop them from winning. And then the game goes on for like another hour and a half. And I'm like, please, Lord, kill me. I'm done. I'm so done. I just want to be done. Like, I'm not even going to counter what you're doing. Please, nobody counter what he's doing so he can win so I can play something else. Is how I feel by the end of this game. Gameplay, like, is a 3 out of 5 for me because the end of the game takes way too long. I don't know. For everything that is there, it is a lot of fun to start, and it's very interesting, and I'm all in, and then it's like, okay, like, please, just end it. End it now. Yep. So, for me, it's a 3 out of 5.
I thought we were going to go lower.
I thought about going lower, but then I remember, I try to honestly think, though, when I'm playing the game, I'm having so much fun with the pieces. Except for these. I'm having so much fun with the pieces, and I love looking at the cards, and it's a very immersive experience. Theme, if you like theme, this game is theme, right?
So much.
I mean, your hands are stained with theme for days after playing it. It is so thematic.
Each deck is tailored to you, so your cards are all cards that have to do with you as the villain, things they did in the movie, and you're playing those cards, and you're literally trying to play out the movie, right? So Captain Hook has to find the hidden tree house, I can't remember what it's called right now, Hangman's Tree or something.
Right, yeah.
He has to find the tree so that he can get Peter Pan to come to his boat so that he can beat him in a sword fight and stuff, right? Like, you're playing out the movie, and all these cards are super thematic. And then the bad cards that people are playing on you are like they're playing Wendy on you. They're playing all these cards from the movie, and you're literally having to fight through the movie. And it's a really cool experience. And then it goes on for 3 hours.
Yes.
Yep, and that's the big knock to this game is I like this game a lot. I have not been like turned off of this game. It's a game I would play every couple months or something, because when you're sitting down, especially, I will say, every time I played it, I've had to teach at least 1 or 2 people.
Right.
So that adds time as well. But this game is almost the definitive overstays its welcome for me.
Yeah. Yeah. If this game were like an hour, like if you could play this game in an hour, this game would be amazing. Good. I wouldn't even care about these. I'd be like, I'll eat these, whatever. But because it takes so long, I just dread it at times. I will play it. Like, if people bring it to the table, I'm the kind of gamer that I like to play anything. I like to play games with different people. I will play it. But if somebody offers me something else, I will probably be like, nah, you know what? I've played this before. I'm going to go play that. Like, politely decline. I'll play it if they need the player count, or this and that. And I haven't played with the expansions, but as far as I know, the expansions only add new characters. They don't really change any dynamics to the game, right?
They literally just add components and characters, like more of this to even out the numbers.
Yeah, because I've been dying for more of these.
I know.
But the character pieces are they're so great, right? They're so cool.
I will say that this is kind of back in the gameplay thing, but I will say the nice things about these is they purposely designed these to be standalone. So if you just want to play Scar really bad, you can, instead of paying the money for the entire box, you can pay half the price for the expansion and you have the whole game here.
Sure.
It's just that you only have 3 characters instead of 6.
Instead of 6.
Right? But if you really like those characters, they are standalone expansions.
And
so
these,
that's nice.
I'm not going to lie, man. These are so nice. Like, I would almost just want to have these.
Collect them.
They're so nice. And the boards are nice. But for me, gameplay, it is a 3 out of 5. And I could give it a 2 and not lose any sleep, but I'm feeling like when we're talking about it, and I'm like, oh, I do like doing that, and I do like doing that. So that's what kind of bumps it up to a 3. For me.
Like I said, I actually thought you were going to go a lot lower because I think I'm going to give it a 3 too.
Okay.
But I'm actually almost the opposite, where you're like, I could give it a 2. I could give this a 4. I could.
Sure.
Just because I have so much fun playing this game. Like, all my family does when we're playing this game, and my groups and stuff, is we just sing Disney songs the whole time. And,
Sure.
like, get in character of, like, oh, you're never around when I need you. You know, like Prince
Right.
John and stuff. Like, you know, just, like,
Absolutely.
get in character and just have a great time. It's just that you can only do Prince John's voice for a certain amount of time before you're just, like, defeated. And you're just, like...
It's
Guys.
funny because that's my go-to, because I love the Robin Hood cartoon
Yeah.
growing up, right? So I was like, I wanted Prince John just for the Robin Hood stuff.
Sure, he's also extremely easy to play.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Well, why didn't I win then?
Yeah, good point. Because
Yes.
these cards.
Yes. So, and I, like you were saying though, I thought you were going to give it a 4 or 5 easily.
Yeah.
Because I know that you get this game played a lot and that your family likes it. And that would influence my opinion as well. But we got this game, played it, and my niece and my brother-in-law loved it. And my wife hated it.
Sure.
And was like, get that game out of my house. I don't like it. And she doesn't like actively dislike a lot of games. Now she will politely decline to play stuff. But yeah, she did just not interested at all. And I'm like, okay.
Nah, yeah. If they just added like Moana and Frozen to this, Catherine would be like, "This is my favorite game of all time."
Oh, sure.
You know, so
Sure.
You know, so
Hey,
she-
if they put out a like a Black Cauldron expansion,
Ooh.
I'm gonna have to revisit, right?
Yeah.
I'd probably just hide it in my house, you know, like so my wife didn't see it and I could like play it secretly.
So this is Disney Villainous, by the way. How long until we see like, you know, Thanos and stuff,
Oh,
right? Because
right.
that works.
It would
you know?
now.
So
It would
I'm
now.
just saying, do you think they're gonna purposely stay on theme, or do you think they're gonna be like, hey, Disney Villains?
I wouldn't be surprised if they reskin it and do all Marvel cinematic as a standalone,
I think
not
that's basically
standalone.
guaranteed. Yeah,
right?
you don't think
And
it'll
then
be
you
cross
just-
compatible though?
It probably could be.
Okay.
Because the take that's are still take that's to other people, right?
Sure.
I mean, Queen of Hearts doesn't specifically counter Captain Hook.
Sure, and
You
no
just-
decks get shuffled together or anything.
Right. So, I
that's true.
mean, you could play it that way, like a
I might
legendary.
do that. Jafar versus Thanos. Bring it on.
That's what I would do. Make half of these disappear, and I'd feel so much better about myself.
But yeah, I'm gonna say, while it could be a 4, I'm gonna bring it down to a 3. It's a nice even. This is a fun game that overstays its welcome. If I had to, like, that's this game's definition to me.
Yeah. So price and value. I will. Oh, what do you have?
I was going to say, I feel like this is the category, that or the next one, where this game really gets its ratings.
Well,
Oh.
so price and value. Actually, I'm going to rate this as a 4 because the components for the price, the components for the price are really good. I mean, these cards are great. The
They're
card stock,
really good.
The card stock's really nice. These boards are nice. I do really appreciate having being the person that teaches
Yeah.
most games. That they're like, no, just read your book.
Yeah, just read your book.
Read
It
your little
literally
pamphlet.
tells you exactly what you have to do. You won't understand what the words mean, but just do it, and you'll win. You know?
And these pieces are really nice. You're getting a very thematic experience. There are people that don't care that it overstays its welcome. I get
Yeah,
it.
sure.
So value-wise, this is really like a 4 out of 5 because the game is not that expensive to go out and buy. You can find it anywhere, and these pieces are awesome.
Yeah.
They're really awesome.
Yeah, I'm a 4 out of 5 with a tentative 5 only
Uh-oh.
because it's worth its money. Sure, I'm gonna go back again to the insert. Super
The
nice.
insert's amazing.
Ups the
Insert's great.
quality as well. And also, I think a huge point for this being worth the money is, once again, guess what? You only like Scar and Ratigan? This is half the price.
Right, there you go.
You know, and this is just get this and you have the entire game. Like, these are insanely worth it if that's who you want.
Right,
You know?
right.
So
Yeah.
yeah, this is like a 4.9.
So-
I'm gonna give it a 4.
So in the final category, like who is this for? Who do you play this with? This is for me, I give it a 4 out of 5 because even though this is not for my wife, I was wrong. I thought she'd like it.
Mm-hmm.
And even though it does overstay its welcome for non-gamers, like the Disney theme alone will hook in a lot of
You can
family
get
members.
anyone.
Yeah, the
Right,
theme and the
and I
artwork.
can get my nieces and my nephews to play and stuff, and I may not be having the best time because my tastes are different, but I have a feeling that they are going to have a good time with it.
Sure.
And I think this is the category where this game really gets its marks because no one's gonna say no.
Yeah, who's
to
gonna
this.
look at this and be like, stupid?
Right, exactly.
You're stupid.
Or they're passing by the table and Disney.
Yeah.
Right. No, and these pieces command attention. They really do. They're really nice, and they're gonna draw people in. They're gonna pay attention. So overall, what is your overall end of the day rating?
This is really hard, actually, because from my experience, it's a 5.
Right.
Everyone loves this game.
Right.
We have so much fun playing this game. I haven't played with him, because I have yet had someone who has been like, meh, about this game. And I'm the only one, which is interesting, in my groups, in my family, I'm the only one who's brought up, guys, this game's too long.
Sure.
I guess maybe because they're outside the hobby and they don't know how long games should feel and how that they just don't notice. They're like,
that colors our perspective.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly. So I want to give it a 5, but I know with my knowledge of the hobby and stuff,
Right.
that it deserves a 4.
Sure.
Right? Like
Sure.
it's just it's not gonna be for like people are gonna play this and be like, oh yeah, that was okay, I guess. Like just because of like
Right.
It's so annoying that this game is so long because everyone loves this game. It's just that after like the hour mark, after the hour and a half mark, they start being like, I guess it's okay. And then by the end, some people are gonna be like, I didn't like it.
Right.
Like your wife.
Yes.
You know? Which might not be for that reason, but I'm just saying that's
Right, but no, I mean, I think that is some of the reason, is that after a little while, it's like, okay, can this just be done?
Yeah.
So, for me, I will give 2 numbers. One is my number,
Yep.
and one is the number that I think other people
That's actually what I just did.
Right? Yeah, so I'm happy. But I was trying to do it without it being obvious.
Okay.
Is for me, this game is a 3. Because it overstays its welcome.
Gotcha.
And I will play this with my nieces and nephews. If I have a friend that is like, please, I want to play Villainous, let's play Villainous, I'm going to play it with them.
Sure.
Because I love spending time with my friends. It's what I want to do. I'm going to make a good time out of it. But if I'm picking the game, I'm not pulling this off the shelf.
Sure.
I'm not going to be like, oh, Caleb, you got to see this new game I got. And it's not going to be Villainous, okay? It's not. Now, I might be like, man, you got to see these components. They are bad.
And not put it away.
They're awesome. And then, oh wait, don't look at these. Never mind these.
Yeah. Well, you just don't take my advice.
But I do think that for other people, this is a very solid 4. I think that this is a great, like, it's a sneaky, more complex entry-level game. Because it is more complex than like a Ticket to Ride or Catan, or some of your other like very easy entry-level games. Because there's a lot going on, and you've got a lot to do with your own board, but it's not hard to learn. It's not hard to figure out. And like you said, and you made a really good point, is that people maybe not in the hobby as deep as us may not feel like this is too long. Or they just may be having so much fun singing different Disney songs and quoting lines, right? And if you're having a good time, I mean, this is easy, right? This is great. For me, I stopped having a good time after a while because I can only do it so much and repeat some of the same things over and over. So for me, if there was like a weird added like end game mechanic that could just end it a lot faster,
that'd be interesting.
That would skyrocket this game up a lot higher for me personally. But for me, like, it's a 3 for me, but it is a realistic 4. Like, realistically, this game is very accessible. The value on it is really great. It's easy to get your hands on. 95% of the components are amazing. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of really good things in here. It just kind of misses the mark, right? It's like you got the buzzer shot. You get it to the best player on the team. He goes to shoot the 3, and he bricks.
Sure.
This
is definitely, I could definitely look at this and see that it'll be the either a second edition or like maybe the Marvel version, like we were talking about, is going to have different endgame mechanics. Endgame for the Marvel version.
Boom.
That's
We're
funny.
done. You're welcome, Marvel. Send your check to Game Twaddle.
But I could definitely see that happening.
Sure.
Right? Them coming out with some way to streamline how that ending happens or how much you can impact people.
Because what I
at the
think you're
end.
going to do is if they were able to do that, you would bring in the heavier gamers a little bit, because we all know people and game with people that will dismiss something this light.
Sure.
But it's really not that light. And that's like the fun thing about the game is that when you're working through your deck and your hand of cards and like your actions, I mean, you've really got to get the timing of when you go where. Because there's been times where it's like, man, if I would have waited a turn, or done that a turn earlier, I could have benefited more.
Yeah.
So there's enough strategy here, right? Like, it's a legit game.
Yeah.
This isn't just like, no, this is Disney for Disney's sake. and should not be dismissed as such. But
I'll explain really quick. This is off topic, but it's mainly for you to get into this thought of what he's explaining. Is that it's like Scythe, where when you're at a location, you have to go to a different location, right? And you'll constantly be moving like that.
he doesn't like Scythe.
Okay.
Okay.
But yes.
Where you can't repeat. Basically, you can't repeat the same spot twice in a row.
I see.
That mechanic, right? But
And,
yeah.
and the timing of it, it's important. There's a lot of depth. There's a lot of depth.
Which is why it's hard to teach 6 people.
Right.
You know,
right.
it's-
But so overall, yeah, for me it is a 3/4. I wouldn't argue with you about a 4 or 5 rating on it because I get it, and the ability to get this played with families and friends, is there, right? So at the end of the day, Caleb, you've heard us. You've heard me lament and wail and gnash my teeth. Where do you come down?
I've played a game for 8 hours before and still had fun the whole time. So, overstaying its welcome isn't necessarily a problem for me. So I definitely still play at least once.
Sure. Okay. Well, no, that's good. That's good because I do feel like you've gotten a good representation of the good and the bad, right?
Right.
So you've had somebody advocating. And I would say you were even. I thought I was going to have to pull your feet down because I thought you were going to be like Mary Poppins up here floating on the ceiling. But no, we're pretty much in agreement. We just
it's just that you dislike the stuff I dislike more, and I like the stuff you like more.
Correct.
Right.
That's a really good way to put it. So on that note, I've been Tim.
I'm Dan.
Caleb.
Have a great day. If you like what you saw,
If you want to see us make more content like this,
please hit that thumbs up.
go ahead and subscribe.
Give us a share on social media.
Remember to ring that little bell, it really helps.
Be sure to check out our unboxing videos
Don't forget we have reviews.
and also the news show.
Thanks for watching the Board Game Rundown.